it's Anne from Annalisa's Creates. Excuse me, Annalisa's Creations. I'm here to do my giant life for the month of December, and it's my giant holiday season. So the gist of this month's prompt is to draw a Christmas tree. And if you do not celebrate Christmas around the holiday season, go ahead and find something else to draw that you celebrate during the holiday season and decorate your tree. Okay, so if you celebrate Christmas, decorate your tree with confetti, punched out circles, glitter, sequins, bling, buttons, string, etc. And extra, okay, an extra one part, and wait for that second part of this month. I'm going to have a second half video, part 2, to create a cover for your giant journal and then to bind it. And I already have a cover for mine, but if you don't have one, start creating yours. And then I'll show you how I'm going to bind mine. Mine's going to be very simple this year because having said that, as you all know, I'm moving, so that a lot of my binding stuff is packed. It hasn't been unpacked yet. I'm actually filming this early, this video, because the month of December is going to be crazy because I'm going to be moving into my new home. The house is supposed to be ready December 5th. So I am going to be very busy. I've already been very busy. I had kind of a little time off in between the moves from my Brentwood home to my second home and now to my my forever home, so to speak. So, yeah. So having said that, yes. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. Now, last month I showed you how to take like a digital image and how to create a pattern, for whatever you're going to do. So I have a account with Graphic-Stock, and that's where I go and get a lot of my images for like collaging and things like that, other than magazines and going to estate sales and getting vintage images, etc. I go to Graphic-Stock. So I found an image of a tree. I don't have it here anymore, but anyhow, so I cut out the image using the image as a pattern and then cutting out the shape of my tree. All right, and then the idea is once you're done, you're going to decorate your card or your journal page. Here I'm doing a giant card, that's why I'm calling it my giant life. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste it about here when I'm done. All right, I am going to do my background like I did last month. So enjoy my process. Now this was inspired by my son, who when he was in preschool, he actually had a wonderful teacher who did a lot of cool art projects, and one of them was they did a Christmas tree, and he put so much glitter on it. At first people probably thought that he used the whole glitter container for it, but it's awfully cute, and unfortunately that is packed as well, so I wasn't able to get that out to show you what my inspiration was. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my giant Christmas tree, my giant holiday season. And think about the things that you do around the holidays. Do you bake with your family? Do you bake cookies? Do you cook a lot more during the holiday season? Think about all the things that you do during the holiday season besides making, going out and buying gifts. I usually like to make my gifts. I think they're a lot more special that way, and that way you can avoid going to the crowded stores. So, yeah. Anyhow, so I'm going to get started, and I'm going to be using different shades of green for this project. And I'm just going to put little dots of those different shades onto the tree. Not the card, but the tree. Oops. going to take just a gift card or whatever, and I'm going to go ahead and scrape across my tree. You could leave bits of white to make it look like snow, but I don't want that on this tree. Alright, so I dried this a little bit, but I'm going to let it dry on its own. So while this is drying, we're going to go to the card. Okay. And I'm going to decorate it, the background, and then we'll get started on the rest of the card. Of the picture, I mean I can't speak today. The rest of the Christmas tree. Oops. I thought I had turned my camera on, and I guess I didn't. So frustrating. Anyhow, I put some lace that looks like kind of like garland. It's silvery. And then I went ahead and I added some glue, and the glue is still drying, so I'm going to let it dry completely, and then I'll shake off the excess after it dries, and then I'll cut off the edges and everything, and then I'll be back. So, and with the miracle of the camera, I will be back in a second. Alright, so I went ahead and punched out some shapes using my Sizzix Big Shot, and some circles, I should say, not just shapes, but circles to be more specific. And then I went around with them with some StazOn ink and like a red and a green and then brown kind of. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and glue them onto my tree. They're going to be kind of like ornaments, right? So I'm going to speed through this. So I went ahead and glued this on. Didn't glue it on, I meant to. I was flattening it out on top of the card, and the card must have been still kind of wet. So it glued the bottom half on, and I'm not going to glue it off because I'm afraid it will take off the paint. So it's going to be a slightly crooked tree. And I'm going ahead and I'm taking a General's Sketch and Wash pencil. It's water soluble, so if you add water to it, it'll spread around, and I'm not going to add water, but and I'm okay if it rubs around or it'll grunge things up a little if the pencil spreads around. Sorry, I can't speak today as usual. Words fail me. So I'm just finishing that up, and then I'm going to finish gluing this on, and then I'm going to add things to my background to make this a pretty card. So enjoy the rest of my process as I finish this up.
Fast away the old year passes, la 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 la. How the new year lads and lasses, la 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 la. Sing rejoice all together, la 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 la.
So I have glued this on as best I can, and so now I'm going to outline my tree using a green Faber-Castell Pitt pen, just going around the edges to kind of darken up the area here. There you have it. There is for December, My Giant Life. I hope that you enjoyed this year's prompts and that you did join in and participate. And if you did, please post your images of your pages on Annalise's Mixed Media Everything, the Facebook group. I'll post links down at the bottom for that. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned for next year. I will be putting out an announcement fairly soon regarding My Giant Life for next year. We are going to continue it, even though I didn't have a huge following. I'm not doing it all about the numbers or the popularity or anything like that. I'm just doing it for the fun of doing this, because these are giant-sized playing cards. You don't have to have them. If you don't have them, you're welcome to use a journal page, postcards, things like that. And I'm sorry if you're hearing things in the background. In my temporary home, the houses are much closer together, and these windows do not insulate the noise. They're older windows. So yeah, I apologize for that. And stay tuned, because I will be showing you my new home and everything that's involved with it soon. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you have a happy and healthy holiday season. Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrate Christmas, and those of you that celebrate other things. Don't forget to make your card based on that as well. So thanks for watching. Toodles. Have a wonderful day. Bye.